Did Common really just get caught cheating on Jennifer Hudson? Because Tiffany Haddish sure seems to think so, and she's not holding back. In fact, she's clowning Jennifer publicly. And if you know Tiffany's history with Common, you'll understand exactly why she's enjoying every second of it. See, this isn't just another Hollywood rumor. The way the pieces fit together makes it look like Tiffany is watching some long-awaited karma unfold. And she's making sure everyone sees it. And once you hear about Common's past relationships, you'll realize this scandal might not be the surprise it looks like. The whispers started small, blurry photo here, a cryptic social media post there, but it didn't take long for the internet to piece the story together. Rumor has it Common has been stepping out on Jennifer Hudson, and not just with a casual fling. Sources claim he's already been seen publicly with another woman, sparking speculation that this might be more than just a one-time slip. What makes the story sting even more is the timing. Not too long ago, Common was on record gushing about Jennifer in interviews. He called her the prototype, the person, the kind of woman he could see himself settling down with. He even hinted that marriage was on the table. Fans took him at his word. After all, when a man says something that direct on camera, it feels like a promise. But if these cheating allegations are true, that promise may have already been broken. Jennifer, who's built a reputation for grace and resilience, has reportedly been blindsided. People close to her claim she's devastated, especially because she believed their relationship was built on trust. This isn't just another Hollywood romance going up in smoke. This is a woman who's already survived more than her fair share of heartbreak, now facing yet another public betrayal. And while much of the public is rallying behind Jennifer, offering sympathy and support, there's one person who seems to be watching this drama unfold with a very different kind of energy: Tiffany Haddish. For her, this isn't just gossip, it's personal, and she's not exactly hiding her satisfaction. Before Jennifer Hudson came into the picture, Tiffany Haddish was the woman on Common's arm, and she didn't hide how deeply invested she was. Their relationship went public during the pandemic, and Tiffany made sure the world knew they were together. She flaunted him during Instagram lives, tilted the camera to show him off, and even shared cozy moments with friends like Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. From the outside, it looked like a love story building momentum. Tiffany talked about her 41st birthday plans, dreaming of a romantic hot air balloon ride with her man, and she openly hoped for a future together. But reality painted a colder picture. That hot air balloon never happened. Instead, she got flowers. A gesture that, while sweet, felt like the bare minimum for a milestone birthday she'd hyped up for weeks. It wasn't just birthdays. Tiffany later admitted she hoped for a proposal and not the typical kind. In a twist that was both practical and playful, she said she wanted an apartment building instead of a diamond ring. Something that would be an investment in their shared future. But Common never delivered on that dream either. By the time they broke up, Tiffany's disappointment was clear. She revealed that she'd been far more committed than he was, hinting that maybe he'd never truly been the forever type. And in the years since, she's thrown more than a few public jabs his way. Jabs that now, in light of the Jennifer Hudson rumors, seem less like bitterness and more like unfinished business. Because for Tiffany, these new allegations aren't just scandalous headlines, they feel like proof that she was right about him all along. To Tiffany Haddish, this entire cheating scandal isn't just a juicy headline, it's poetic justice. For years, rumors have swirled that Common didn't exactly start dating Jennifer Hudson on a clean slate. Some insiders claim Tiffany suspected there was overlap between her relationship with Common and his budding connection with Jennifer. She never outright accused them, but her shade over the years has been hard to miss. One of the most telling moments came during an Instagram live when a fan mentioned a pair of earrings supposedly from Common. Tiffany shot back that she never got any earrings from him, then added with a sly edge that he probably gave them to Jennifer. It was the kind of comment that sounds like a joke on the surface, but underneath it was loaded. Fast forward to today, and Tiffany is allegedly loving every second of the rumors about Common's new fling. To her, this isn't heartbreak. It's the universe balancing the scales. The man who, in her eyes, betrayed her with Jennifer is now accused of betraying Jennifer with someone else. For Tiffany, that's not just gossip. That's karma in high definition. Some fans even think this could be her opening to slide back into his life. Tiffany's made it clear she's still got feelings for him, and a side chick scandal wouldn't scare her off. If anything, she might see it as her chance to swoop back in. Whether she'd actually take that chance or just keep throwing sly digs from the sidelines, well, that's another story. If you've followed Common's love life over the years, you know this isn't the first time his name has been tangled up in drama, not by a long shot. He's had a string of high-profile relationships that all seem to follow the same script. Things start off romantic and full of promise, but just when it looks like he might be ready to settle down, he walks away. The list of exes is stacked with famous names: Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu, Angela Rye, and more. On paper, these relationships had all the makings of power couple status, but time and again, they ended abruptly, often with Common spinning the breakup as a matter of timing, busy schedules, or mutual decisions. But if you talk to people who've been paying attention, the pattern looks a lot less like bad timing and a lot more like a man who gets restless as soon as things get too serious. Some of his exes have hinted, directly or indirectly, that he's left them blindsided, moving on quickly without looking back. That's why, when the rumors about Jennifer Hudson hit, longtime followers of Common's relationship history weren't exactly shocked. To them, this wasn't an out-of-character scandal, it was deja vu. And the deeper you look into his past, the more that pattern comes into focus, especially when you revisit the story of his relationship with Erykah Badu. Back in 2000, Common and Erykah Badu were one of hip-hop's most celebrated couples. Their chemistry was undeniable, their artistry aligned, and for a while it seemed like they might be the real deal. But just 2 years later, the romance was over, and the way each of them told the story couldn't have been more different. Common's version painted Erykah as the one who walked away. He claimed she called him while he was on tour, told him she didn't want to be in the relationship anymore, and admitted she had feelings for someone else. For years, he repeated that narrative in interviews, framing himself as the heartbroken one blindsided by her decision. But eventually, Erykah hinted that there was more to the story. She didn't flat out accuse him, but she implied infidelity had played a role. Her take was less about blaming and more about acknowledging patterns she'd seen in men, a need to chase that ultimately undermined the relationship. She also made it clear she wasn't interested in keeping up the public back and forth, but her comments were enough to make people question whether Common had been entirely honest about what happened. For critics of Common's love life, this was an early example of a now familiar pattern. The charming, devoted partner in the beginning, and the quietly detached man at the end, often with a narrative that conveniently puts him in the best light. And with Jennifer Hudson now in the headlines, many are wondering if history is simply repeating itself. After his split from political analyst Angela Rye, Common seemed determined to change the public perception of his love life. He started talking more openly about therapy, self-growth, and his desire to be a better partner. Interviews took on a more reflective tone, and he even credited people like Michelle Obama with giving him relationship wisdom. Michelle's advice was simple but powerful. No one is perfect, and in choosing a partner, you'll have to compromise on some things. As long as the core values match, the relationship can work. Common spoke about this guidance like it had truly shifted his perspective. He positioned himself as a man who had done the work, someone who was now ready for something lasting and meaningful. And for a while it worked. His relationship with Jennifer Hudson was packaged as the mature love story fans had been waiting for. He spoke highly of her in interviews, called her the one, and gave the impression that his wandering days were behind him. But now, with the cheating rumors swirling, that image is cracking fast. To critics, it's proof that the therapy talk and polished interviews were more about branding than the real change. And for people who followed his relationship history, the allegations feel less like a shocking fall from grace and more like a return to the man they always believed he was. Before Common, Jennifer Hudson had already endured more relationship pain than most people face in a lifetime. In 2008, she was engaged to former WWE wrestler David Otunga when her world was shattered by unimaginable tragedy. Her mother, brother, and young nephew were killed by her brother-in-law. It was a loss so deep that her career went on pause, and her personal life became about survival, not romance. During that dark period, David stepped in as a source of stability. He stood by her side, helped her through the grief, and even planned getaways to give her a break from the heaviness of it all. Later that year, Jennifer became pregnant, and by 2009, they had welcomed their son, David Jr. For a while, it seemed like she found her footing again and was building the family she dreamed of. But behind closed doors, cracks were forming. After being engaged for more than 2 years, wedding plans kept getting delayed, and by 2017, the relationship had completely unraveled. Jennifer alleged that David's behavior had become aggressive, controlling, and at times frightening. She accused him of harassment, intimidation, and creating an unsafe environment for her and their son, even claiming she had to call in security to prevent him from showing up at her workplace. The breakup was messy and public, leaving Jennifer with yet another emotional scar. That's why, when she began dating Common, many fans hoped this was finally her fresh start with someone stable. But now, with the cheating rumors swirling, those same fans feel like she's been let down all over again. Not just by a partner, but by the belief that she'd finally found her safe place. When you look at the big picture, the Common Jennifer Hudson Tiffany Haddish saga isn't just about one cheating rumor, it's about a cycle that seems to follow Common wherever he goes. Time after time, the relationships start with romance, praise, and big promises, and end with whispers of betrayal, sudden exits, and women left picking up the pieces. For Jennifer, the timing of this scandal is brutal. After everything she's been through, from unimaginable personal tragedy to a public, messy breakup, this relationship was supposed to be different. Instead, she's now caught in the middle of headlines that paint her partner as yet another man who couldn't be trusted. For Tiffany Haddish, this is personal vindication. Whether it's genuine, I told you so energy, or just a petty victory lap, she's not hiding her satisfaction. In her eyes, this is the universe serving up a plate of karma, and she's front row, fork in hand. The real question now is, will this be just another chapter in Common's long history of high-profile breakups, or will the fallout finally change how people see him? And for Jennifer, will she quietly walk away, or will she have her own say in how this story ends? One thing's for sure, in Hollywood, breakups don't always stay private, and this one's just getting started. Make sure to leave your comments down below.